Are you guys good?
Are we good? I swear to Allah, I've become a caricature of myself. Because I want to write about more than just politics and inequality of health. As a diabetic, I want to one day write something to address my health, but I'm stuck. Look at how Islamophobia moved to the forefront and no longer in stealth. Because 3 years ago, one of these soft sponges will be our next Prime Minister, and for my own well-being, I need to move on from snakes so sinister, but I came home from work on a Tuesday and turned on the TV and probably might mistake for turning on the BBC. See, I just had a bad day and I need to deflate, so I inflate my belly with a biryani and a milkshake. Bad combination. Bad combination. But you see, don't do it, trust me. I've lost weight, it's all for a reason. No more biryanis and milkshakes. You see, I just had a bad day, I need to deflate, so I inflate my belly with a biryani and a milkshake. You see, it makes me feel happier knowing sorting out my weight is fake, but I turned on to a shouting match masquerading as a debate. 5 men, no creepy tell that time. Each one more hypocritical than me on a diet. Ever the optimist, I thought by one of them I might be inspired. I hear good things about this Rory Smith or Stewart or something. Sorry, I was just tired, so I resigned to the sofa and I sat back and listened. Now, Abdullah the Imam from Bristol asked a question. See, I've heard firsthand the effects of Islamophobia on my brethren, so could you please agree with me and my congregation that words of consequence? And the first answer was Boris Johnson. See, I should have switched the channel, wallahi akhi, I know. Expecting a straight response from a man so malignant like Bojo is expecting anything good being said by Michael Gove. What a bunch of evil motherfucking mentirosos. And not a single straight response was made from what I heard and what I observed from the men on the stage just confirmed that I as a Muslim for the next 3 years need to stay perturbed and concerned for the safety of my loved ones. The notion is not absurd. At the one end, we have racists who want us to leave, and at the other extreme, we already see some of us made to grieve. And we all agree a woman scared of hijab being pulled off is possible indeed, but can you believe I wasn't paid for taking a day off to eat? See, now I'm scared. I'm fearful. I know I'm not the only one, because what kind of country will be left for our daughters and sons in a media-led war which I'm certain has just begun, made worse by politicians whose lies keep getting spun? They're being taken by chances. Hate keeps getting enhanced, but I just need to share my thoughts on a war that seems darker. See, my parents left Iraq thinking they left for better pastures, and I wish I could end with optimism, but I don't have the answers. But update. After much deliberation, we've reached the final phase, and it seems like we're stuck between a cunt and a hard place. Nah, fuck it. We're stuck between a hunt and a hard racist. And it's amazing and a shame how we got to this place, so the only hope that this nation awakes and send the Tories away. Hey, let's set this Tory government ablaze, and it may be crazy, but momentum is swinging our way.
Yes.
This poem I'm about to do is called Who Owns My Identity? Okay, so I think a number of us can relate to this.
Yeah.
Sometimes I sit and wonder. I wonder what life would be if I didn't have to fight and defend for every part of my identity. If I didn't have to reclaim the parts first rejected, then stolen, reshaped, repackaged, and used against me. I wonder what life would be if I didn't have to be a book when stepping into encounters, holding together a glossary of words, sentences, paragraphs, and poker faces, just to read the agendas of each expression and gesture in the room. I wonder, if I didn't know how to survive, would I miss each comma and full stop, and lose the meaning of the sentence and life sentence, all because of the melanin in my skin? I know I have no choice but to pay attention and monitor and register each microaggression. because we know they exist to cut, but never so deep that the wound is fatal, only enough to leave their mark. Society's verdict for a melanin sentence is that before you die, you must endure a death by 1,000 cuts. That is why, from an early age, before we are book smart, we learn both the science and the art of hypervigilance, a necessary form of survival. Because we know it's never the first cut that kills you. And just like the Coca-Cola TV ad, we all remember our firsts. First time, first love. Oh, what feeling is this?
Yeah!
Electricity flows like the very first kiss. Only the first racial mark is an unwelcome kiss. It's more like a knife you will carry deep in your heart. It's there to remind you, no matter what you say and do and achieve, to some people, you will always be less than human. Now that knife in your chest, you may learn to bury it so deep, but it will always be a part of you, resurfacing when the cuts become too much to bear. When the self-doubt lets you know it's there. When you're second-guessing that first encounter and your radar smells something's off, and you can't quite place your finger on it, but you know in your bones, because this knife has cut the artery of your artillery, leaving your gunpowder solid and wet. And try as you may over the years to dry your powder out, you are left dealing with the consequences of the trauma. Maybe the counselling of those who love and surround you bring you back. Maybe they don't. But there aren't many places where we could acknowledge the burden of what it means to live with a disconnect. And for us to have to constantly protect and defend parts of our identity before we enter the room. Now, I know there are those who will tell me that the root of most suffering is because we become too attached to our identity. But I would ask you, who am I to you? And I know I'm far from perfect, but I question, how can you judge me when you only ever see a snapshot, and yet faster than a bullet from a gun, you tell me who and what I am? No, it doesn't work like this. You see, I've been working on my confidence and my sanity. And that's why each day I'm striving to know who I am and just how to be. Because I believe in the being in human being. And that's what's important to me. So today, as obvious as it sounds, I'm reclaiming my identity, not the one others have given to me. I'm pondering on the question, who are we if we cannot at all times be ourselves? One life, one life. Because I am expelling that knife that was once lodged deep inside my chest. And I've decided to never let others make me a shell of who I truly am. You see, I am working on me. Because I have come to understand the best and the longest relationship I will ever have is with myself. Yeah. Knowledge of self is the wisdom of all wisdoms. And that's why each of us needs to be more than a book and be our own bookshelf and carry within us a book for every stage as we turn every page and page and we write and we write and we define ourselves. So let your emotions guide you and find the courage to find and follow your own yellow brick road. Because some connections are not the connections we need to make. So we must disconnect the connections of our connections because ultimately we know within our bodies the difference between the ones that serve us and the ones that are fake. So don't hang on. Define who you want to be and let your inner knowing be your guide. Because as much as you can completely never own your identity, There will always be a precious piece of you inside that no knife or anyone can touch. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a piece I'm very passionate about. It's a piece about chocolate.
I love this one.
My guilty pleasure snack is a pleasure that I call a treasure. The pleasure is chocolate, and the treasure is a taste that I want to remember. 5 minutes after the bar, whilst in a bar in Potter's Bar, reminiscing about each bar I had from January all the way through to December. Do you remember? The 21st night of September, I was eating a Milky Way. And that's no hyperbole. Take away my chocolate, then you're hurting me. Slowly shifting cocoa moves like bars in poetry. The twisting twirl of rhythm takes me to another galaxy. See, I've heard no milky bars. I've heard bars as smooth as dairy milk silk with meaning that reaches bars. I set my eyes upon the rhymes I find when each rhyme shifts and moves in time. I start celebrations in my mind. My syllables, they don't flake.
That's my favorite.
One by one, they just move in time. I could use a double-decker double entendre. A curly-whirly interlocking lyrical line. I'm weaving through meaning, an anaconda intent on deceiving. When I break away from each cliche, I gain a bounty type of feeling. The feeling sublime, the perfect combination, Reese's Pieces of rhyme. Sound of bar sound oh so fine, pristine written in time, with English and glow. I say Oreo no to bars that aren't as crisp as a 4K HD picturesque photo, cleaner than clean, colder than cold. Stories that need to be told, bars that are burning with heat that you can mold in the cold. Poetry is not getting old. When you say the words, you just whisper gold. And I know that Thornton's tricks. One bar, then another bar, then another bar. And sooner or later, my bank account is hit.
Talk to Swaggy. Man's got the French approach.
Nowadays, I don't have Weetabix bits, instead of which for breakfast all I have is a plate full of Twix. See, there are bars from rappers I fold, and bars that keep in my soul. Bars that keep in my fridge, and bars that keep in my mind, my mental console. But most significantly, the bars that are most important to me are the bars that make a half rhyme feel so whole. The bars that I eat fuel me, for the bars that I speak feel like coal. It's chocolate therapy, rhyme LSD. Every rhyme seems out of reach, but it's ahead of me, written in bold. Lo and behold, bars, an age-old cue for the soul. Thank you.
So this is a sample of Ella Fitzgerald scatting over some guitar with some trap drums underneath, and I'm going to rap on top of that. So yeah. Hey. Brown boy in the rave. I was that one brown boy in the rave. Now I'm that one brown boy on stage. Still that boy in so many ways. I hop to the back, I'm gonna talk to you're not stuck there with the lights on. Okay.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, that was fun. I didn't expect that. I got this guy in handheld. Can't bring that beat back. Cheers. Will it up my selector?
From the top.
Yeah. Wheel it. Well, you mix this yourself, yeah? Cheese.
Freddie, he's a guy, he's Northeast producer. But yeah.
Shout out to Freddie. Big up Freddie.
Nuts.
Big up Freddie.
Yeah,
Big up Kruger.
Hey.
Yeah.
Brown boy in the rave. I was that one brown boy in the rave. Now I'm that one brown boy on stage. Still that boy in so many ways. I hum to the wagwan with a bullet tongue. I'm a slate shite on. Chuck spice in the pan, put the rice on. You're a melt stood there with the lights on. Drip. Let me guess your gas just cause you want shot weight. Lines even on cross side. Different red dot when your forehead, eye, punchline flow better than a clothesline. I would rather open a closed mind. It's kind of the reason I wrote rhymes. Up north I invented the call sign. In close proximity to gold mine. I play more slave but you won't find. You get my mark ties, so blitz in his world shut down SpceTu with their own eyes. They want advice, but they never give me no advice. Everything always coming out of price, not plus when I'm up, when I'm serving up a slice. Trust ceremony, they get a test to what I scribe. Hands in a vibe or a night, or I rhyme on the mic. I like looking at my life, envisaging it as rose nine. Oh, I, cause of him, I'm living in a sci-fi made. Brown boy in the rave, I was that one brown boy in the rave. Now I'm that one brown boy on stage, still that boy in so many ways. Brown boy in the rave, I was that one brown boy in the rave. Now I'm that one brown boy on stage, still that boy in so many ways. Hey.
We got the bad way.
I got one more this.
We got the bad boys in the race.
Hey.
We got Ella.
My life is in pieces and bits. Trim it down to a bite-sized clip. Inhale, get another bite-sized grip. Game is a lift, now it's making us sick. That's just like my son, inhibitions and intuition in a snitch. Run laps from my mind so many times, I'm thinking of giving it in. Days I was living beside myself, the slightest thing helped it. Arms reaching on the victim. I skip a blood test cause I still had MDMA in my system. I went out after a 6 weeks crack on with it. Carry that all on your shoulders. Not the day the stress on my brain. Red brick, you need the face. This life is a council, the states in the council, the elders account with the name. Music a deal with the pain. I have lost who I was in the streets. Like yourself can afford to, so I cannot do. Talk to me, then talk to yourself now, man. It's all in your head. Try me not to invest in me. Let it be. I can breathe. Brown boy in the rave. One brown boy in the rave. Now I'm not one brown boy in the stage. Still that boy in so many ways. Brown boy in the rave. I was that one brown boy in the rave. Now I'm not one brown boy on stage. Still that boy in so many ways. That's why I'm here. Somebody's being served.
Plug yourself. It's broke the mic. The mic is burnt. 90 broke.
He broke the flipping mic. Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. I wasn't ready. Fire! I wasn't ready.
This is called Wanna Delete Social Media. Wanna delete social media. Wish I knew it stimulates schizophrenia. Different platform, different issues, different programs going in here. The gender's algorithms hold so much significance. Need to be at a distance to see the coincidence. Do your coexistence with the AI systems?
Come on.
TikTok, you get the top when you're scrolling, don't be knowing why they're showing what they're showing. Then you got you telling. Now like it's smoking, now you're choking, but no one notices. You're masquerading your hopelessness. You lack of authenticity. You lack of originality. Specifically the credibility of what you choose the world to see.
Yeah.
As we hide behind devices, they're devising our dividing, they're igniting our inciting, and they're resisting our residing.
Fire.
Wanna delete social media. Wish I knew it stimulated schizophrenia. Different platforms, different issues, different programs going in here. The gender's algorithms hold so much significance. Need to be at a distance to see the coincidence. To your coexistence with the AI systems.
Yeah.
Red heart to your heart rate up. Double tap to give a dopamine shot. Share to your story, even though it's not your story. Guess in this age, information is circulatory. Validation through instant gratification. Mongering information, consciousness amputation, the world's sanitation. Was an on for overturn. Can we get the update for that function? Before the whole world malfunctions, for the dysfunction through information consumption. The subliminal programming of idolization that fills the speech that will soon corrupt a very civilization. Twist minds and eyes at the type of dictation to cause the mind and sense social fixation. To catfish no longer means water to swim. Swipe to change the scales of the skin. I'm not judging, I just think it's a sin to be programmed to hate and hide your own skin. You should love your own skin. You should love your own skin.
Yes, work it.
Yes.
Wanna delete social media. Wish I knew it stimulated schizophrenia. Different platforms, different issues, different programs going in a year. The gender's algorithms hold so much significance. Need to be at a distance to see the coincidence. To your coexistence with the AI system. Wanna delete social media. Wish I knew it stimulated schizophrenia. I don't actually want to delete social media. I just have a very love-hate relationship with the way it's used. So, let me end it like that. Thank you very much. I wrote the spoken word before the track, and I produced everything. I performed this at Mind Over Matter the first night. All your secrets make you feel. Why do you keep them? What would they reveal? Behind closed doors, who do you speak to? All your emotion, that's all you get the preview. How do your secrets make you feel? I feel like like do you ever feel so much you don't feel at all? Disassociate so hard you don't feel the fall. Do you know who you are but you're made to feel small? Are you starting to feel your triggers are perpetual? But this conceptual, emotionally intellectual, feeling the truth in my glass is always eventual. Even if it's not consensual, it's never unethical. Karma is a mirror and it's just a spectacle. Are you attached to an addictive, submissive abyss? You're wanting to let go of something scared you might miss. But you need to let go to enter new bliss. I've said it before, so I hope you feel this. I know you feel so much that you don't feel at all. You disassociate so hard you don't feel the full. You know who you are, but you're made to be small. Now you're starting to feel your truth are perpetual. What would theory be? Behind closed doors, who do you speak to? All your emotion, that's all you get the preview. How do your secrets make you feel? I feel like
Life's struggles. Life colors my desires with unfulfilled expectations, resulting in struggle. Unaware that progress lies in the skirmishes I face, I die daily in an abyss of loneliness and fear. I'm drawn to sad songs, constantly making beds for my despair, yet the same dance of light concealed within the darkness of my Pandora's box becomes the inner alchemist at the gates of my open sesame of treasures.
Wow.
She whisks thorns for my sorrows to salute my roses of joy, carries me in my shadows, this foggy perception of truth, walks with me into the luster of moonlit rays. Sunset eventually fades, but doesn't Andromeda swallows the night with grandeur? My mind's red hot with worries, even as the glimmer of stars whispers a twinkle in the heart. I affect Mother Gaia by the vibrations that I offer to her. To the drunk, a man in trance appears inebriated, yet to the saint he's a lover, intoxicated by the bliss of paradise. The mother in labor knows only pain until she holds in her arms the most beautiful miracle of creation, life. A thorn is the harbinger of wisdom, adversity the messenger of light. Twilight may welcome my loneliness, yet dawn heralds an awakening sunrise. We're all unique dreams of love, growing through struggle. The child confronts strife in crawling and walking, is burdened by wet nappies and hungers for mother's milk, yet lives spontaneously, trusting the sacrament of the present moment. In my quest for meaning, I face many challenges. For without shadows, there is no perception of light. Without the hills, there will be no valleys. Pleasure is followed by pain, and I treasure happiness only because I have experienced sorrows. I'm an emperor, lost in a sea of illusions. Love in its mercy gives me choices, even while holding on to the cords of my limited freedom. I stray like lost sheep into the rays of ignorance until she reins me in so I can swim or bathe into the mansions of effulgent light. Never give up. We are neither shrouds nor graves, just as the light becomes brighter when the day dawns. There is a stream of living water which satiates the agony of longing, and I must drink, for my spirit will never die. The fire of the heart cannot be quelled, and the intensity for inner fulfillment still burns brightly in the soul. Hope, the songbird of perennial freedom, ever whispers the supernal songs, heralding sweet visions of tomorrows, constantly and patiently pruning the weeds of my inner garden so that my fuchsias and petunias may shine with glory. Life for me is full of challenges, yet even as the rain of mercy permeates the soil, so too I will eventually get a bumper harvest. The dark night of the soul is only troubled by brittle chains, awaiting the messenger of delight to untie its fetters. So come, my friends, let us sing with the songbird of the eternal. Life's struggles are only snowflakes blowing in the wind. The wise see the blossoming flowers of Jerusalem, even when the shadows are dense. Give me your hands, O bevy of phoenixes. Love is eagerly awaiting to welcome us home. This has been the Lantern Carol.
So this piece is called Childlike Antidote. I performed it recently at Poetry and Shops. Shout out to Metaphorest, man like Teddy as well. So yeah, this piece is called Childlike Antidote. You see, I need discipline.
Come on.
Because there's a child in me that wants to be free. Shackled by that bondage of adulthood, that child in me is depleting. Deleting. Deleting all aspects of adulthood that do not stabilize my mental stability. You see, the adult in me feels like he needs to conform to society in order to survive. That child in me is screaming for nurture. It's time I've got she understand that the child in me is just as important as the adult. Because more if your inner child may leave you sunken, defenseless. No need to battle ships when you can develop armadas in order to connect for the sake of your mental survival. Yeah, at times it feels like I'm always searching these words, and the word searching puzzles leaving me at the crossroad trying to crossword. Fuck, man, my mind feels like it's been scrambled. You see, you're yelling out timber.
Timber.
I'm yelling out Jenga. Every time I'm shot down into despair, because adult life has me trying to guess who I really am. I guess putting on that 9 to 5 persona seems to be the appropriate time to adult. So the child in me gets twisted, pull it, bump it, and swash back into its polly pocket into this recreation time. Recreating a time and a time of mental distress. You remember back in the days when you was a child? And you had dreams of what that adult life would be like. But whatever happened to those dreams? Did you let it fade away like an etched sketch because the arts and crafts of your brain felt too childish to be displayed in your brain's dictionary? Did life's experience leave you in a twister when you gained a so-called understanding of a real world? That being an adult meant you had to act adult to live amongst adults, but now you're stuck. Looking at DD whilst playing Dexter's Laboratory, hoping you created a way to maneuver through life. Instead, understanding that adulthood is an operation set from the times when your ABC blocks became stepping stones for you to build upon. So tell your friends thank you, because now you can play Tetris. So you don't need to transform yourself into what society tells you. Camouflaging your inner child to look like Barbie and Ken. Stretch arms strong enough to hold life by a thread and yo. Listen, this isn't a game, boy. The Power Rangers so far in me, so let my inner child be free to play at all times. Instead of rat racing on this world on Hot Wheels that will decide to buckaroo you off the track because you didn't check us on that fact that rat race will have you in a dominoes effect. I bet you didn't know that your inner child has a special ability. Similar to a street fighter, Hadouken can invoke endorphins of childlike nature to make you feel at ease with your own self. Lego. Lego. Of all things you perceive as an adult and take life as it comes. I say like an old man.
Say again.
Lego. Of all things you perceive as an adult and take life as it comes. Because your adult life and your inner child, it has a special ability. But you decided to split yourself into 3 different people to overcome stress, which had you looking like Ed, and Eddie.
Hey.
Your inner child should not be something to discard like an old toy. So when I said I need discipline, it was never to get rid of the child in me. More to understand the 2 roles so I can roll in between the 2. Bridge the gap where a baby gap and understand that that child in me is just as important as the adult. Connecting the dots to eat doesn't have to be a race against time. Nah, we don't play that, man. Childlike playing is a perfect antidote to arrogance, so keep talking with me. And let's create for the sake of creating. I'm so proud to be childlike because the world is so much happier when viewed through a child's eyes. Dispense of your adulthood in childlike moments and instead discipline the adult in you. Thank you.
I've been so sick and tired of people asking me where I'm from. I was born knowing that my land was taken from my ancestors, not knowing where I truly came from. When people ask me where I'm from, I hesitate for a moment because they might not know Palestine. They might see it from the colonized era of the British government taking my land, giving it to a people that should have a land, just not necessarily my land. We were a people that lived in peace and harmony of a beautiful trifecta, the Abrahamic religions, Islam, Christianity, and Judaism lived at peace in Palestine, yet when power came and shifted, power shifted. And I now no longer have a land. Now don't get it twisted, my house is still there, but I just don't have the keys no more. And I contemplate, why is it that when people ask me where I'm from, I hesitate. I'm proud to be Palestinian, but you don't really know Palestine. I'm proud to be Palestinian, but you don't really know the struggle of now coming to 74 years and I've never stepped foot in my land. I have ancestors telling me stories of days when they used to run in their lands, but my land is their land. My land is their land, but I don't have a land. My parents gave birth to me here, in the land that colonized my country. Now my mind is twisted thinking, this is my land. Now hold up and pause for a minute and breathe with me. Contemplate a moment in time where your home, the home that you grew up in, is located in a land that took your country.
memories built in an area, in a community that, if you look back at it, fucked your community. And I just want to say, Palestine, firstly, will never die. Secondly, will thrive through the passion and fire that is held within not just Palestinians, but all humankind, because the Palestinian struggle is no longer a Palestinian struggle. The Palestinian struggle is a humanitarian issue. Our land was not taken through a conflict, no, our land was taken through ethnic cleansing. Our land was not taken through, oh, it is a land without a people, so we give a people without a land without a people. No, it had a people. We were the people. You stripped us of our you stripped us off of our ethnic ancestry and gave it like it was charity. Now I ask you a question. Who here knows Palestine? Tahaafaour, thank you very much.
Life is what you make it. If you got a shot, take it. Every life is sacred, even those forsaken, for the steps that they've taken, maybe even mistook. If it was a mistake, how much will it weigh on your heart on a scale? The scale which determines the world as well. Which world will you dwell? The high gates of heaven or the depths of hell? Maybe it feels like you're living in hell because you haven't taken time to inhale and be thankful for where you are now, not wherefore art thou. Somehow we are where we are now, and that's a blessing. Make the most of the present before your future passes by and you're wishing for seconds. Reminiscing past lessons which have you stressing doesn't seem so depressing. When it's past the present tense, does it seem so immense? Another series of events, minus the suspense of it all happening again, which then cements thoughts which were dense to their contents and context. Based on how complex the construct, a conduit for the conscious to discuss disillusion and distrust. Distrust of self and what false memories conceal, limiting your view of the field or how much your actions will yield. So let's keep it real, for real. Most people won't express how they feel because of how it reflects on themselves. So concerned of others as well that it doesn't always end so well. Kind of like the story of Orwell. All well, all I do is wish us all well from the beginning to the farewell. How does that farewell? To me it's all swell. Climbing life's hill, all for the thrill. This feeling's really surreal. To understand, time doesn't always heal wounds that won't seal. But what does appeal is understanding that these wounds build, regardless how they first feel or how deep they dwell. 'Cause sometimes it feels like you're living in a cell. Sometimes it feels like you're living in hell, always looking down, down, down. So don't you see what's up in the world? Accidental or coincidental, maybe even sentimental, in the sense that you meant to do what you did do. If not you, then who should choose whether you win or lose? Depends on your point to prove. Even if there is a point at all, that could be your pitfall, not pitiful, more like pivotal. A tool to increase residuals, majorly not minuscule. Sustain growth, makes moves massive, not minute. I talk to them, man. Because they ain't got a clue of the lies disguised as the truth. Hidden in plain view for you to view, but what do most choose to do? Act like they even got a clue. 2 twos, they got more than a few screws loose, more like misconstrued and confused. Without an idea of the truth. When rumors haven't consumed to a tomb and assume and presume from midnight, morning to noon. Wishing on a star whilst watching the moon, living life on loop. Like an episode of Scooby-Doo when Scooby ain't got a clue.
Jesus!
Minus the mystery and the crew, a miscellaneous point of view. Once again, missing the main point they're trying to prove. Well, life is what you make it. If you got a shot, take it. Every life is sacred, even those forsaken. For the steps that they've taken, maybe even mistook. If it was a mistake, how much will it weigh? On your heart or on the scale? And well, that's all up to God as well, isn't it? I got one more for you, right? And this short one is called Soul is greater than the mind, which is greater than the body.
Say again.
The soul is greater than the mind, which is greater than the body. And it goes, I'm trying to decipher a picture, sometimes very hard to envision. My mind at times is free from the consequential system that keeps us locked and conditioned. Asking the questions to things most people wouldn't want to listen. Why? Because to me, it makes a difference in the long scope and distance. Longevity isn't guaranteed, but integrity builds character and creed, leaving landmarks by the way that you lead. Your lineage and legacy live longer than you could ever see. The paradox of personality is perpetuated by perspective. People tend to believe what they can touch, feel, and see, but at the end of the day, we don't know what could be. Posing hypotheses, but we can only wait to hope and see. Simplicity is the key to synchronicity. Linguistic liquidity mixed with creativity creates fluidity, with a plethora of possibilities to live differently, i.e. free of idiocies and impediments, which are vicious vices, vicarious in their nature. Oftentimes self-induced and reduced to the tight noose, held so close, it becomes cutthroat. Oh, only if you had known how your own actions have shown the seeds you've sown leaves each to their own with their deeds and them alone. Because we are submerged within our own urges, only unearthed when they come to the surface, revealing our inner thoughts, biggest burdens, reliving vivid versions of images reoccurring, losing sight of your deeper purpose. So, live for yourself or lose your identity. Love for pleasure, to enjoy passion, remember memories, to fulfill desires. Question everything. To answer what you wish to acquire before your downfall transpires, becoming your own dumbfounded liar, unable to rise higher than the outer attire. Look for truth where lies flourish, in order to acknowledge what's honest and find solace in a little space, i.e. old office or a flourishing forest. Finding new meanings for the same things you believe in, it becomes self-revealing, in itself relieving any hidden feelings. Have a lovely evening.
Alright, cool, let's get into this.
Yeah, you're here for your beat, your movie.
Alright, long story short, for this one, yeah?
Your movie starts.
One time I went to go lick a girl in Scotland. It was long, innit? It was long. I had to write a song.
That's falling a train, boy.
That's how your movie starts, man.
So the water tastes good where you live. I wanna see now. One-way ticket coming down. Know you wanna kick it, we can bounce. Speak cute, pretty thing I found. I wanna smoke one that stays lit while you show me around your city, around your town. Might cite a couple lyrics, might loud. Does the last guy know I might hit? Is it private? Do you still keep him around? Bill Scott Don, I don't wanna fight with. Wanna slide, I might rise to it cause I move proud. Do you speak real shit when you talk? Do you just speak for the sound? Blow up and look at you when I see your face. Real shit, I ain't fucking with a clown. It's the herbal you roll with lace. Normally fucking with the loud. Bring a little something in the pouch. Cut it with a little bit of brown. Music is life, I relate. That's why I'm here, putting it down. Real talk, I'm coming down for a day. One time DG Island, ciao. You know we can catch vibe at your place. Invite me to stay. I come from far. Let me know I ain't staying on the couch. But I can't promise that I'll wife you. 10-hour coach trip, I've already niced you. Friend ladders and shit, I don't wanna wife you. Just vibe to you. That was that still. Next one. Alright, that was just banter. This one's a little bit more serious. Aye, yeah, we're ready. Turn up a little bit, Actually, more, turn it up. You can catch me eastbound, scratching, rapping knees down. Trapped in these sounds, time lapse, my day goes. I ain't trying to breeze out. I relax and take notes, high facts and great lows, and I see how to manifest my dreams now. Practice makes those, but I'm genius and mad, that state goes bang bang. I'm about tracks and pesos, packs to date knowns, and packs higher than your haze goes. Spitting weed with a raw, add a bit of chip. Sorry mum, I'll only kill myself a little bit. But I ain't sorry, I just know that she would flip her shit. Oh well, and I win them too. Oh well, you can't win them all. Oh well, get your feelings hurt. But don't be chatting not to me, I'm a scream a verse. Man's backtracking, caught he feels the burn slightly. Try me, I am too damn icy. Mad rhyme schemes I drew, Bill and Dukes are fitting too damn nicely, my lord. And I heard yours, I cannot laugh more, bars poor, but you're only human. Me, I'm that next evolution. Bested yours, you know I'm destined for music. I love cruising, and they tuning above, yachting. No, I'm using these expensive flows. SpceTu gets to know. I said these expensive flows. SpceTu gets to know. I said these expensive flows, the pen rolls attentive. No, I'm next to blow, the zen glows. SpceTu gets to know. Whoa, gets to know. Bring me in today, my spray city string, saying illy things casually. True say I'm crazy with this ink. Alien on the brink of explaining what's within. Actually, true say I already know, but I spiral out control. It's the spiral my soul burning me. I don't know, but it hurts when I say so. Does that make me too crazy? Where and time lapse my day goes. Time lapse my day goes. Yeah. Time lapse the day goes. Time lapse the day goes. We spit the same flows. We going crazy. We going crazy. Whoa. Yeah, we going crazy. Whoa. I love that.
I wanted to do two, but I don't know which one to do. So my titles are very self-explanatory. So I want you lot to give me a whoop for which one you would like to hear based on the name. So one of them is called Get the Word Out, and the other one is called Digging Deeper. So for Get the Word Out, give me a whoop whoop.
Good title.
Digging Deeper, give me a whoop whoop. That was a bit even Steven still. For Get the Word Out, give me a whoop whoop. For Digging Deeper, give me a whoop whoop. I think it's gonna get the word out.
Yeah, I like how I'm saying that.
Alright, I'm gonna try a thing, because usually I write my pieces to little instrumentals. I don't have a USB, but I've got my speaker, which I keep with me at all times. And see if you can hear it. It's not, okay, well. That kind of...
Yeah, it's good.
Wavy, alright. Alright. Get the word out. For quite a while, my journey in spoken word and poetry has been on an interlude, a pause caused by the continuous questioning of my aptitudes. Making comparisons between other amazing artists and I thought it was embarrassing to share some of the thoughts that came from the darker sides of my mind, and on this little quest to find, explore, and share my ability, I became too caught up in how to make my pieces more of a performance, because I know my style is nothing fancy. My forte is not in my flow, metaphors, punchlines, or similes. To draw out the oohs and ahs from a crowd, I do not have that kind of affinity. And I felt myself getting lost in the infinity of trying to be the things that I'm not. So I had to take a step back to keep my authenticity. At least that was something I felt I did possess a lot of. So it stayed that way for a while. I think my speaker died. Comfortable in my own shell, escaping vulnerability as the thoughts piled. The thought that I kind of put down a healthy way for me to air my emotions. A great way for people to take a short dive into my inner ocean and show them different sides of me while keeping them entertained. To know that others are interested, listening, and attempting to ascertain what I'm saying was an appreciation I didn't know I'd feel. I write for me, so for others to take a liking to it was quite unreal. But it didn't matter. I stayed away from sharing, and eventually I stopped writing as often. The reasons why I wrote and why I cared to share, I felt like I lost them, even deluding myself into believing that most people didn't even want to listen. All of the reasons not to give a fuck about what I wrote, I could list them. So much I can find, my writing from all unless you're a loved one of mine. But after all this time, after all these years of listening to the voice in between my ears and living my own experience, I have been struck by a sort of internal interference. I don't think I'd go as far to say I've been ignoring my calling, but I would definitely agree that in terms of nurturing and sharing a skill of mine, I've been stalling. I was even reaching a point of hypocrisy when I told people that I love audaciously that they were being selfish for hiding their talents, that they could hold the key to someone else's sense of mental and emotional balance, that they don't get to decide that their work isn't good enough to be shown, and they don't get to decide whose mind is going to get blown. Just because they don't think their work is that great, it doesn't mean everyone will feel the same. And if someone genuinely did love their work, it's not their place to try and make them feel a different way. And imagine, downplaying your own work. Downplaying your own work to try and convince someone to appreciate it less. That is beyond insanity, it's just straight what less. So amidst this reflection, I learned that there is no way to determine if and how much other people will enjoy your work, and that not believing in yourself kind of makes you a jerk. While you may not be hurting anyone, you possess the power to help, yet you choose to do that which is way below your capability. I keep saying you, but I'm really speaking to me, but I realize you might be someone that can relate. In basketball, they say, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. This was one of the reminders that finally pulled me out of this negative mind state and allowed self-doubt and procrastination to dissipate, which allowed me to remember that original feeling that gave my reason for sharing more meaning, that if my purest words and thoughts made a positive impact on just one person, I would be so fulfilled even if beforehand millions of people had heard them. And I wouldn't have to even know who it is, because all of the artists who've refueled my spark to live will most likely never know what they did for me. But I believe their blessings will still come to them abundantly, and it's all because they wasn't afraid to show off. And now I have a lot more reasons to go off as to why I should get the word out, and perhaps be unapologetically loudmouthed to say the things I enjoy saying that most people won't, and say it in a way that most people don't. All I want for people is to free their minds, speaking as a writer. The other saying that was such a pivotal reminder for me to break my mental chains and be freed is to not try and change people's minds, but also to not underestimate the power of planting seeds.
So this is called I'm Fine. This isn't from the album, but it kind of sums everything up. When they ask if I'm okay, I never know what to say. Say I'm fine to save us time, but I don't know what that word means. Can't define, describe, describe or deem. Equal to anything I feel. I'm starting to feel nothing again. I'm losing touch. Been buried so deep for so long, what once felt right now feels wrong. I can't right these wrongs, so I write these wrongs. Blank pages turn to havens, crave and hate them, can't replace them. In this world of fake words, all I've got to face them. Every night I write, I might ignite a light inside insight. Silence gets noisy sometimes. Quiet these riots in my mind. I'm fine. They ask why I keep reliving it like at some point it stopped. I'll give you my 2 cents, but the penny never dropped. I remember the smell of it, the taste and the scent. But it's easy to say I'm fine and explain I'm telling the truth, but at the same time I'm lying. Isolation has my mind racing. Body stays in the same place, and I don't drink to numb the pain or feel nothing. I drink so I don't have to feel nothing. Just to feel something. But all I end up feeling is regret. They ask about my life, but all it does is remind of what I can't forget. My pen releases words never uttered. I can't cry or weep, a game of feeling, hide and seek. I can't find the fuckers. I'm fine. If I leave you blue ticked, understand I'm not being a prick. I'm not lost. I just misplaced my shit. I'm not trying to find myself. I recovered me already, and surprisingly, I was still me. The recipe for the best of me just got lost somewhere in the rest of me. Don't bother pinching to see if I'm dreaming. Nowadays everyone's woke, but all I want to do is sleeping. Nightmares creeping, opinions seeping, but myself I'm critiquing, so perception ain't always reality, so keep them. Not everything's a double meaning. To read between the lines, there is no need. If I say I love you or fuck you, that is what I really mean.
Say it again! Say it again!
If I say I love you or fuck you, that is what I really mean. The thing I love most got me feeling trapped. Give me a minute, I'll be back. I just need to readapt. I'm fine. I walked along paths signposted by my rhymes. I walked along and laughed because I'm sick of the crying. I walked along and cried because I'm sick of the pride. I walked along and sighed because I'm sick of the lies. On the outside it's all swallowed by my stride. On the inside my soul calls out to no reply. So you might see me stumble, but never succumbing. I stride like I'm fine because I'm sick of all the running. So, am I fine? Is the answer yes or no? Ask yourself if you really want to know how some mornings I wish I hadn't woken up from the night, how I have violent thoughts, but all I've ever done is fight, how I miss my family so much, but I wish I didn't. How I wish their memories would stop haunting me and leave, wipe the slate clean, delete these slides, scenes and photos from my mind. I don't want to see how this has been going on for the best part of my life. Had feelings in the past, but every time I asked for help, they told me, man up, stop dwelling, you can't afford our help. Now I know I need help, but don't want it out of fear. History will repeat itself. So, to save us time, yes, I'm fine. Thank you. Looking for answers while I can't find words, write them down. Following the in crowd made me frown, because when in crowds it's hard to stand out. A million things to say, I struggle every day. My dark has no light, it's pitch. Only notes are suicide, ripped. But when my light shines, it's so bright it shadows any doubt. If I could turn back time, I'd tell me to be me, relentlessly. No apologies or backing down. Fuck turning a frown upside down. I'm taking the world and turning it inside out. Every turn, topsy-turvy, all the hurt got me swerving, but every word keeps the fire burning. Some days I'm tired and sick, nothing ever seems to fit. I want to quit, but I know it has to be okay. For in the end, there is no beginning. So, where do I start? When the space between audience and actor, the only thing between me and my main detractor, a stage play, keeping reality at bay, in the wings watching a story unfold, untold whispers echo, no crowd roars, the final curtain draws, my pen's nectar silently leaks applause. Appear standoffish, cause what if they find out I'm not this rock? I ain't got this, I drop it, scared to plant seeds, cause mini-me will still be me. So adopt this mask, this part man, part will not miss. In theory, when this argument ends, I won't be here, so expect no synopsis. I'm all for truth, but I'm starting to feel like I'm explaining myself. Been so many me's, I don't know which me to leave on the shelf. Each stage is possibility, feels like infinity limits me. Find fluidity and solidity, so I live in a soliloquy. Saying words I never heard, so don't ask me why I'm saying them now when back then no one was around. Don't complicate simplicity. The minute we diminish, we leave the vicinity, escape captivity into a world of ability. Thanks. So I'm doing some rapping now. Yeah, so before I was a poet, which I've been doing for like the past 5 years, I was a rapper. But this album, it's taken me 6 years to get it out, because I've been busy. And I'm not really a rapper anymore. I kind of switched complete and entire genres. So this is the second track on the album. It's called Nothing Wrong, and I'm going to introduce to the stage someone who's going to help me because I can't sing. I literally threw this on her about 20 minutes ago. I was like, can you sing this please? I made her learn it. Please, she's headlined BYOB before, she's headlined Mind of Matter twice. Please welcome to the stage Loussin Torah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. Hang on.
Hello.
Hey, there you go.
There we go. There she is.
How exciting.
Okay, have you learned it? Off by heart.
Maybe.
Yeah, this is called Nothing Wrong. It's quite a slow, relaxed one, kind of. There's no I in denial, I can't find one, it's smile. Why the interrogation? Why am I on trial? Ask the question when you know you ain't gonna like the reply. Look, I'm trying, I ain't mindful, everybody keeps dying. I should be used to it by now, right? Death's a part of life, I ain't sighing, I ain't crying, I ain't lying, I like lying. Here, I'll open the blinds in a while. At the moment I'm a high, cause I'm tired of prying eyes. Keeps the day like the buyers, I gaze at the night sky until it's time to rise, half asleep but wide-eyed. Baggage, that's just my storage pile. There's more a place I keep things to remind the simpler times. We could talk a while, but first, here's my shoes. Walk a mile, I walk a mile with a smile. I deny it, I'm in denial. Addicted, ridiculous, I stop any time. I'm fine, I pass the line, it's 5, I've got work at 9.
Just
got the sharpest tongue. Being me, far from fun. Comments you can feel free to fire off your smartest one. I guarantee you my response will be the darkest one. Planted seeds in hatred, now it's time to harvest some. The apples all fell from the tree. I ain't the farthest one, poetry in my soul. I really am my father's son, hurting so badly. Now I'm hurting those around me. Isolate myself, so now it's me, myself and I. But I can't stand myself, and me won't even try. Resist change when presented, resent it. Even when it's for my benefit, I'm stubborn and pig-headed. I ain't changing shit, you can't make me click, get it? What, I'm supposed to dead it? Cause you read the thread or read it? Forget it, there's more chance of my account being in credit, or accounting for decisions made knowing I'll regret it. An addict that acted like a naughty kid and kicked the bricks. The easy bit is dealing with these demons I'm uneasy with.
Telling you I'm fine, don't worry about a thing. Everybody's got something they can't forget. Yeah, I'm telling you I'm fine, don't worry about a thing. Oh, sorry.
There we go. So for
Yeah.
Loussin Torah.
Fuck that.
Round of applause.
Yeah.
Does the music sound loud, quieter than my voice?
No, it's good.
Does it sound alright? It's good. It sounds alright. It just sounds loud to me. My voice sounds too loud. Okay, cool. Alright, next song. This is the title track, and it's called Cheaper Than Therapy. This is going to take you back to 1997, where all my issues started with my mum dying of cancer during my GCSEs, and this is really where my disdain of authority comes from as well. I still have it to this day. This has a chorus on it because I can't chorus and rap at the same time. My life smoke too much. So, DJ. In 97, I'm surrounded by aggression, got a heavy weed obsession, and I'm missing every lesson. A young mind, I'm hiding behind high school. Last thing on my mind, now I'm a problem child. They got me writing lines, and not the kind of rhyme, the kind that keep me behind, a waste of my time. My life's falling apart, but what does that matter? As long as I'm punished and your ego ain't shattered. Don't try and deconstruct it, I'm labelled disruptive. No one gives a fuck, so fuck, I live up to it. Detention, suspension, always on report, no support. Always told it was my fault. Why can't you just be more like your sister, Paul? Straight A's in school, I'm not my sister, fool. Teachers never asked if I was okay at all. So fuck school, fuck the rules, fuck the world, fuck you all. Not you lot, you lot alright. I like you lot. All this is therapy, there'll never be a better remedy for me. They'll never see, however, we forever be writing out a necessity for serenity. If it wasn't for this therapy, you would've fucking buried me. I'm my own worst enemy, but when it's my enemy and I'm digging in my memory, I'm penning all the energy stemming from me never being free to vent this mentally. Everything preventing me, the very thing propelling me. When will they let me see some clemency? I'm writing my legacy. Depression, pressing, addiction needs readdressing. Lessen the highs and lows. Conditions I know, but how am I supposed to know? I've never been diagnosed. The system let me down so many times, I gave up hope. I was never allowed to let it out so I could grow. So when I get that feeling, grab a pen and let it flow. It's cheaper than therapy and the only way I know. Deep to memory, they keep on telling me, no need for dwelling. They'll sell me a remedy, don't speak, cause memory, you'll be friend or enemy. Believe in the melody, it's cheaper than therapy. That's it. Thank you very much. Yes, and this is the last one. Thank you very much for having me. I hope you've enjoyed it. Cheaper Than Therapy is out Monday the 13th of June on all platforms.
Resave that.
Okay.
Resave.
Oh yeah, it's actually, you can pre-order it now on Bandcamp if you want.
Yeah.
Do that and, oh sorry, one more bit of promotion. The first single is out now and it features Greg Blackman. I said, really, if you listen to it, it's Greg Blackman featuring me. He's a soul singer, he's fucking incredible. So yeah, just Yeah, check that out, it's really good. Fucking shake so myself. Alright, unwritten letters and broken pens. I'll read it. All of us, our ancestors awaiting ascension, alleviate all apprehension. Architects of art are alive and awesome. Although all artists aren't aware, adjust audio, anger abandoned an age ago. Acceptance arises after. Appreciate all avenues, accept answers after addressing agendas, approaching audience, and attach annotation to aura. Awkwardly awaiting anomalies, arriving at alignment, burying bullshit, billions blinded, binding behind bars, but bars bind us. Bringing belief, better believe, burials be big business, being better, bollocks. Better being broken and built by brittle bricks, blank canvas, carving chaos candidly. Collages of clarity, connecting consciousness, creating community, casually causes commercial carcasses, creativity can defeat depression. Don't dwell dark depths, devil dancing, dangerous, darkened doorways, deliver dodgy deities, desolate destinations don't deserve. Dilly, dally? Definitely. Direction derived from desperation drives dreams. Everything's energy, even emojis. Elevated experience, elevates expression. Eradicate evil essence, essential entities enter effortlessly, equaling emphasis embedded in eternity. Extract exhaustive elements. Fuck fake friends. Flaws, fundamental, flow. Freely flow. Heal me, feel. Family in front. Forever free from fearful, fear forces failure. Frequent feelings frequently. Forget, fighting futile futures. Forgive, forgiving finds. Freedom. Goodbye gardens of guarded growth. Graffiti gallows giving a glimpse of graft. Grew up with grimy geezers, gurning, guzzling gallons, giving a gift of gibberish. Get the gist of it? Getting grief guided. God. Gradually, gather gratitude, go-getters getting gauntless. How hard of hours haunted, harsh hearts hear hatred, healing hurts, however, helps. Hell's highway, hijacked heaven's hallway, hanging hopes at half-heartedly. Introspection, I am, imperfection, isolation, interpreted as intimacy, ink, intention, Instagram influence or relevance. Idiots. Ignore, idolize, isolated, I'm on my J's, joining Judas, jeopardizing journeys, joyfully, judging jaws, jabber, justifying jealous judgment, killing kindness, karma kaput. Lady luck, lackluster, learning lost language, lost life, lost love, lost lectures, lost learns, lessons, missing many memories muffled, multiple mistakes made, minimal minds minimized, mimic my mic, my mischief mirror me, my metamorphosis moves, morbid moves, manifesting movements, many mornings, mangled more, morning, meaning, never, nurture narcissism, negate negative narratives, no, oracles of obstinance, obliterate obsolete obsessions, optimist, optional, overall, obstacles, offer options, pharmaceutical prescriptions, please, poetry prescribed, pen perfectly poised, pencil penetrate paper, perplexing perpetrators permanently, process pain, pivot purposely, Peter Piper picks peppers, Paul Pepper's paragraphs, painting pictures perfectly, procrastination pinpoints poetic peril, poetry repels purpose, proving, plagiarism pointless, people powerless, petty politicking, quick quarrelling, questionable qualms, quote, there was quality and quantity in my quill.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah, say it again.
Let me just whistle. Where was I? Film.
There is quality in my quill.
Quote, there is quality and quantity in my quill. Recovery, relapse, recovery, relapse. Repetition reiterates reality, representing return to redemption. Regardless, sense of scripture, strengthen stigmas, Saudi to seven sisters. Still, stands are standing strong. Some speak, some suffer, succumb, silently. Sometimes silence enters to seek serenity. Soul siren screeching, sounding similar to Satan serving sterile substance. So seek sanction, some switch shades, snake shedding skin, swimming seas are some console. So suicide sought, too terrified to talk, tiptoe through therapy, trawling trauma, triggers torment, tempting tragedy. Utilize unions, ultimately uniting us unleashes understanding, unsubscribe from unhelpful utterings, views don't verify vision. Vanity vandalizes value, violent vendettas, vividly volatile, vanish in a vortex of valor. Voices voicing a voiceless, venom vaporized, verbalized till I vomit verse and vibes. Vocabulary vanguards, voice of wizard, woodsy, wise word writers. When will we wander without worry? Wordsmiths wobble when we worship woes. Which way is spot marked by X, Y, yearn? Yesterday, yellowing year looks younger you, yanked yonder years. YouTube, yammering, yappified zombies, zillionaires, zigzagging zestfully for the zillion zodiac cycle at its zenith. I'm excusing myself to catch a zillion Z's and Zion with Zeus and zoos of Zen. How can I never believe in anything again when I wrote these unwritten letters with a broken pen? Thank you.
Five minutes is all I need. Can I see you for just 5 minutes, please?
Come on.
First minute, to refresh my memory bank of your present appearance. To upload the unique details of your current presentation.
Come on.
It's all about face for the first minute. As I remind myself as much as I can using the beauty of your outlines and contours. See, it is the image of this beauty that allows me to escape reality time and time again in the presence of your absence. 5 minutes is all I need. Can I see you for just 5 minutes, please? Second minute, to feel the texture of your skin pressing against mine. It's like we're both physically active while everything around us is static. Our coming together has somehow manipulated time. The inhale and exhale, chest pressed against me, intimately dancing together with mine. Feeling your body lift slightly, as that squeeze reassured me you needed this just as much as I did. Feeling the warmth of your body pulling me in as your body begins to glow. Arms wrapped tightly around your body, as if to say, I'll never let you go. And I'm whispering in your ear softly, I never want this feeling to go. 5 minutes is all I need.
Come on.
Can I see you for just 5 minutes, please? Third minute. I'm all about expressing just how much I missed you. My mind, body, and soul contributes to reaching out to your heart. Encourage me to open up so I can inject it with nothing but pure love and adoration. I can be nothing but honest with you, even though at times I try not to. I give you my all in this minute, as I secretly pray that time will stop allowing me more time to perfectly express my feelings for you. Because there's no getting used to the sweetness that you have to offer. I'm in love with your sugar rush. So as we're down for time, let us come together like dough and let your love go nuts. Krispy Kremes ain't got nothing on us.
Come on. Yeah.
5 minutes is all I need. Can I see you for just 5 minutes, please? 4 minutes. Arranging the next time we meet as I want to relive this encounter again. Possibly increasing it to 6 minutes. To spend an extra 60 seconds in your presence will be time well spent. Of all the time commitments that I've previously committed to this is the purest with abundance. So much. It must be heaven sent. With that being said, it most likely won't happen that way, but more like a spontaneous urge to soak you up and take you in.
Come on.
Simply giving you a ring just to let you know that I'm coming.
Yeah.
And this is all I need. Dear listen, can I see you for just 5 minutes, please?
Yes.
Fifth and final minute. It's the hardest, most difficult thing that I've ever had to do. Walking away from your presence, unwillingly abandoning you. A solemn reminder that 5 minutes is never enough time with you. But when I'm alone with your absence, the memories are what keep me through. One of my greatest fears is not being able to spend at least a minute with you. But does she even care enough to want me, need me as much as I do? Nevertheless, the time we spent together was valuable. How meaningful and worthwhile time can be when I'm spending it with you. When all is said and done, time will always catch up with you. You are a beautiful creation, a timeless masterpiece, our time together has me stuck in a loop. 5 minutes was all I needed, and believe it or not, I used those 5 minutes to fully appreciate you. 5 minutes is all I need, and I see you for just 5 minutes, please.
Jeez.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
What a beautiful evening. Big up yourselves.
Big up
yourselves. We cannot do this without an audience. We cannot take the stage and lift the words from the page without an audience to witness us. Artists, poets in our grace.
Come on.
It takes a lot, it takes so many emotions. Sometimes we're writing and it feels like oceans. Tears spilling, words spilling, minds spilling. Filling hearts and souls alike, aligned, alive, So I haven't. Have I done this one? I don't know if I've done this one. This one. Oh, I'm shaking a little bit. Because it doesn't change. Every single time we take the stage, a few nerves come to the surface. Circulate over the body. But this poem is not going to be shoddy.
No. It's gonna be a shotty.
It's gonna be a shotty. Thank you so much. And the biggest mistake that we ever did make is believing that slaves look like black people in chains. When actually, they've got the world wearing masks. Self-isolation, quarantine, 2 meters by 2 meters, caged. blamed for catching a virus that no one debates or discusses. Only conspiracy theorists seem to kick up fusses. A raucous riot at number 10. Cocaine and white lies and more money spent on an overcrowded, underfunded, free NHS. Objection, Your Honour, this doesn't make sense. See, it's not hard for me to do the math and the philosophy. It all comes down to colonial rule. Divide and conquer is their main tool. Break into countries living in abundance. Gaze upon their treasures with awe and wonder. How they manage to feed and share and look after everyone. An entire community built upon benevolence. Revel in it and relish in it. Put a cap on it, there's a limit. Now, how can we make money out of this? Break into that country with jealousy and greed. Bring alcohol, guns, and a viral disease. Smallpox, wipe them out, kill the lot. Smallpox, wipe them out, kill the lot. There'll be no traces left behind. Even the bourgeoisie didn't wash properly. Queen Elizabeth I, just go back a few centuries. That girl didn't brush her teeth. Sugar, da 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 da. Oh, honey, honey, da 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 da. She was there, candy girl. It wasn't real though. Spreading disease is quick and easy. Trained an arm for a bride, that's just protection. We've formed an alliance now, win-win, and we'll make a profit from a little bit of sin. For envy turns to wrath, and wrath turns to greed, and the only way to get on top was to poison the seed. GM food in a lab, plan head, stay on top. They've got the world believing we should all become vegan, and while any dish can be tasty with a little bit of seasoning, and while any dish can be tasty with just the right seasoning, I'll choose sunlight over lab soya any day of the week. Overconsumption leads to too much estrogen. Disease again, headaches and tiredness, feed again, console myself with more junk food. 2 months later, diagnosed with low mood. Because all of this is dripping with sin. And it all began with the sacrifice of melanin, kin. And it all began with the sacrifice of melanin, kin. The first peoples on this earth, ripe and bountiful in birth, understood the worth of the great mother. Sacred womb heart, warm hearth of the entire universe. Dose me up in her green-blue energy. Wanna cleanse the body, then blend up your celery. Remedy, remedy, remedy me. Mother Nature, she's so clever, she put the medicine in the food farm. Mother Nature's so clever, she put the medicine in the food farm.
In the food.
Thank you.
I wish I was made of magic.
Yeah, yeah. Start again. Reload it, reload it, reload it, reload it. We all are though. Start again.
I wish I was made of magic. Made of the happy breath of God. Then you'll see my breath as wings, and each footstep will come with its own chime, leaving glitter everywhere. And music will be the scent I radiate that precedes me and trails after me. I'll have a choir of fairies following me, and each one of them will be kind, with a touch and care like my grandma, who always brought a deep joy to the room. I swear the sun flickered when she left. If I was made of magic, if my prayers were incantations, then and my wishes were all spells, I would speak flowers to wake everyone, and petals to color your days. And when next you wake up, they will wait, freshly blossomed by a bedpost and windowsill. They will bring a morning of kindness and joy, one that you can touch to guide you through your beautiful day.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful.
Give it up for Akko one more time. Give it up for Akko.